Hello everybody, we're back. Jujutsu Kaisen, chapter 174, Sendai Colony Part 1. So, before we hop in directly here, I hope you can hear. There's been some definite fidelity increases in our recording technology as was promised. That's why it's been taking a bit longer to get this kind of stuff rolling. So, before we strictly speaking, hop back in here. I do have some things that I'm curious about in the story that I just kind of wanted to discuss before going too much further. First of all, I really want to jump back to Maki. Because we saw she was... we just haven't seen her in so many chapters. All her stuff with Naoya, it kind of feel like it started wrapping up, but I don't feel like there's a nice little ribbon on top. So I'm curious. I'm hopeful. Maybe we'll see her in this arc, I guess. I guess this isn't exactly a full-fledged arc, just sort of a section of the story. I also would be really interested to check back in with Kenjaku, see what he's been up to. Who else? Hikari. Hikari is a character that I really want to get some more love, attention. As far as I know, I don't even know what his curse technique does yet. It seems like he splits things in two, or he like kind of causes things to converge on a point, as he did with that door thingy with Yuji, but it's not exactly clear yet. So those are just some precursory things. Obviously, I believe the most recent time we saw Kenjaku was, I'm having trouble even remembering now. But needless to say, if he is going to stay being important, I think it's vital. I just want to check up and see what sort of dark, nefarious, wicked deeds he's up to. But anyway, we've got a real Elvis-looking fellow and a lady with dark pupils. How do you say that name? Daruve's? Daruve's Shikigami is disappearing. Kogane? Yes. Oh my gosh, what is this Kogane? What if instead of a Kogane it was a Kofriki and it had heart eyes? Show me the player whose points have changed within the last minute in the Sendai colony. Understood. Okatsu, huh? He's been racking up the point. Or, this is the lady. He's been racking up the points. I'm glad that ugly Shikigami is gone. Now the problem is... I was able to get this close without provoking a reaction, because Okotsu was keeping himself preoccupied. But... things just got interesting. Kuroushi will make its move. This is the worst. Chink. Mr. Okotsu. You can come out now. We're heading for the north edge of the barrier. Aw, he's protecting people. This is so sweet. Let's take a break. The powerful sorcerer I just defeated laid claim to this stadium, so no one else will come here for a while. What's that sound? Look! Run into the stadium. Hurry! What is that? That one I can still save him. Help! Chitter, chitter, chitter. Okay. Is he getting, like, turned into bugs? Or it looks like bugs and leaves, but maybe it's probably just bugs. It's like a tide of bugs. Damn it! Oh my. Well, regardless of if he... Oh no, it looks like he's literally just getting devoured. Like, by a swarm. Are these cockroaches real? Each one has cursed energy, and they're reinforced. A single one is no problem, but a swarm poses a serious threat. Bouncing up and around. Hurry. Rika, knock it down! I can't do a Rika voice, I'm afraid. Okay. Okay, so he's having Rika collapse the entrance to the stadium to kind of tide off the swarm. Man, Yuta is so cool. Look at him there. Just tore up a massive swarm of them. I mean, granted, I don't think cockroaches, even if they each have cursed energy, is necessarily the extent of his abilities, but his output isn't all that. What's surprising is his overall cursed energy. It's bottomless. Is that a Shikigami? It's so strong, too. No wonder he killed Daruv. And Kuroushki is gross. Kogane, is that thing a player? Yes, its name is Kuroushki. Oh my. Hold on. It looks like if the imposter was a bug. Duroiv Lakdawala would have been a particularly nasty opponent for Kuroushki, so the cockroach had decided to enter a dormant state. Kuroushki has an endless appetite, and eating stimulates parthenogenesis. Having just awakened, Kuroushki found itself starving. Okotsu interrupted its meals, so Kuroushi directed it to devour him. Okay, so I'm guessing Yuta is going to fight this guy. Resources are finite, so in addition to the rules, allowing passage in and out of the colony will be necessary at some point, but a player that's a cursed spirit. Players like Druiv and Kuroushki use broad attacks to attack people indiscriminately. They must not be allowed to leave the barrier. There are probably more players like them in the other colonies as well. We can't allow them to leave until they're eliminated, so communication between colonies is also necessary. That actually makes a lot of sense. Having a player that's whole strategy would just be dedicated to going around racking up massive amounts of points on non-sorcerers, probably be a risk-free, relatively, way to rack up a lot of points, and then with the, I mean, as we know, points basically allow you to do a great slew of things in this game. So Yuta prioritizing taking them out makes a lot of sense. Because ultimately he does seem to be interested in trying to preserve the life of the innocents in the game as much as possible. In addition to the two rules that Fushiguro proposed, we need a means of communication, a way to travel in and out of colonies. That's a total of at least 4 rules to get the situation under control. Shibuya exhausted everyone. Physically and emotionally, they've reached their limits. Sensei, I won't let you kill your best friend a second time. I will kill Kenjaku, and by myself, I will obtain 400 points. Okay, the conviction is coming out. I will kill Kenjaku, and by myself, I will obtain 400 points. He stands up, he's ready. Yeah, no cockroach cursed spirit is going to stand up to Yuta, especially when he's got his conviction as high as this. Festering Life Sword. The Festering Life Sword, an enchanted blade that mixes life and death. Okay, on to the next. Okay, well, that was easy. Yuta, I mean, he may be a sorcerer, but he also is a master of blades and seemingly martial arts as well. He just sent that thing packing. It seems to be able to fly though, so it's got speed on its side. Unless he just killed it right there. No, it seems to have been able to partially deflect. I'm being watched. It's probably 2 players with high scores. Kuroushki is a cursed spirit. Like I did to Itadori before, I can exercise it by driving my positive energy from reverse curse technique into its body. But I don't want the other two to know I can use reverse curse technique. And Rika is protecting everyone at the stadium. I want to exercise Kuroshiki without using reverse curse technique or Rika.
Why are you interfering?
Why do you kill us? Why are you killing people?
I like the taste of iron. Blinding, blinding, blinding. Earth and insect trance.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like these are just flies with huge, like, ball sacks. Maybe TMI, but okay. Okay, so it seems like on top of being a, what is it, like a bug cockroach, right? Spirit, it seems to know, like, sorcery. And it seems to be able to project swarms. As is here, Yuta's able to deflect them. Fighting in the water is probably a good idea. But I'm worried about these special ones, huh? Blocking his sword. It projects life and death, right? And it seems to be able to release some sort of projectile. I suspected something like that, but... Oh, and it might be poisonous?
Squee!
Damn it. And, okay. So, it seems with its projectiles, it was able to blast insects of its own into kind of growing out of his shoulder. And now, Kuroshiki was able to catch him off guard across the chest.
It's over. All that's left is
It's holding him.
to devour him.
I do not think it's over. It ain't over like this. No. No, he's... He's just take a bite out of it. Nom, 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 nom. Plop. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Easy cake. Wow. Yeah, you never mess with the goat.
You have gained 5 points.
Okay, so he did have to kind of show his trump card, though. Reverse curse technique. But converted into output. The mouth is the shortest distance from his palms and brain, so he delivered a mouth-to-mouth blast that to Kuroshiki's head. I'd never do that. Yuck. Seems like you can use... Oh.
Seems like you can use reverse curse technique.
Crack. Oh, we're going into an earthbound battle here. Wow. Interesting. Moving on. Is she just naked?
What caused that destruction?
Okay. It's like she's invisible. Is she like...
Okay. The shape of my arm changed. Whap. My arm is back to normal. It doesn't even hurt. Her curse technique probably controls space, but maybe it can't actually crush her opponent. Kind of like how a lens creates distortion.
I was gonna say, it kind of looks like she's bending light. Kind of making things look like what they aren't. But then again, that can be very, very dangerous. Offering her opportunities for unseen attacks. And just kind of like messing with your opponent's senses in general.
My curse technique treats the sky as a surface. She's disclosing her curse technique. Like this.
Oh, that's actually really cool. It's like she's folding over a curtain. Oh, so that must be what she's quote-unquote wearing. That's actually super cool. So she just grabs hold of the sky. Okay. I guess I'll take a little bit of credit. I was close with light, but not exactly. That I think that's actually probably more dangerous though. The treating the sky as a surface and being able to like fold it. That must have been so she was like wrapping it around his arm or something. Does that mean she can cause it to crush or whatever? And I also wonder if this is a binding vow that will allow her to increase her amplitude by disclosing how it works.
So space becomes a sky. So space becomes a surface, huh? Both her attacks blew right past my guard and sent me flying. If that involved surfaces, there must be some trick. Come on, attack already. Let me ask you something. You won't complain if you get killed, right? I understand why the powerless get desperate, but someone strong like you can take points wherever they want. So why seek out a fight? Huh? Do today's sorcerers treat obtaining flesh that casually? For us, we've come back from the underworld. He irritates me. Someone who completed her life first without regret wouldn't accept Kenjaku's invitation. The culling game is the first step to a second life. Kenjaku leads the way, but anything might happen, so the more points the better. You don't have a lover or friends. Huh? I didn't have any friends until recently, but still I can't sympathize. Yeah, this feeling. He's so close to setting me off. Even if you have regrets, hundreds and thousands of years later, you're spending time killing people. How can you be so desperate for your own sake? Are you one of the Fujiwara? What would one of your blood know about it?
Oh, this guy's here all of a sudden.
Granite Blast.
And she seems to be folding up to... So they're tag teaming it. She's folding up space to protect herself. Oh, okay, so just a huge, like, FU blast. Oh, hey, looks familiar, huh? Did that come out of his hair? That's fire. They're flirting so much that it's making me hungry. Over the rooftop. The rooftop. Where is this her speaking? No, this is Yuta.
The rooftop over there, that's fairly close. That was a broad attack range. Is it Ishigori?
Ishigori? Ishigor. Ishigori. Yes. Okay. Not Itadori. Ishigori.
Rika's protecting people at the stadium, but a direct attack that big would still result in casualties, so I should start by taking him. Now that Kurorushi and Duruv are gone, I have no reason to let Ishigori go, so I'll take them both out.
Okay, he even though he just kind of got like screwed up by that grasshopper, he seemingly is undeterred. Still, sorry, a little bit of noise there in the background. Still determined to take these both out. I love the hair cannon. It's so goofy. He's coming directly at me. Sweet. Bring it on, Okotsu. He seems to have some sort of projectile that, I mean, just like, because this one is split up into multiple beams. Thomp, thomp. Okay, some acrobatics real quick. He's just raining fire from, he's almost like an artillery piece. Oh man, you aren't going to disappoint me, are you?
He's gone.
Oh, I get it.
That was where he made a hole earlier.
And now, yeah, if you're all about like your long range fire, you do not want to be in close proximity. If you saw what he just did to that grasshopper.
Let's bring this in close.
That will satisfy the hunger, Okotsu. Oh, I like that pose. You want to get in close. Do you tell a kid in front of a feast to calm down and eat slow?
Wouldn't you?
Right. That was a bad example. In my first life, I was a moderate eater. I fought worthy opponents, and met a good woman. So I don't particularly have any regrets. But I can't stand this vague thirst, Okotsu. And no one understands why I can't get satisfaction. Can't get no satisfaction. These cigarettes have a sweet aftertaste. My life never had dessert.
Here it comes.
Okay, so he's not just talk. He does seem to have the force to back it up.
His output's high, and he releases cursed energy with near instantaneous explosiveness. His movements are fast and precise. If I don't guard well, I'd take damage. He supports his toughness with his cursed energy. It's like I'm knocking against a massive water tank.
So this guy seems to just have a huge output based on the blast he was throwing out earlier. Why am I unsatisfied? I think you know. Okay. Oh, I'll get sent packing. I'm dissatisfied because I ain't full. Okay. Granite Blast! Another one. This seems to be more directed. Yuta blocking it with his bare hands.
He deflected it
with his bare hands. Oh, yeah. That's a wicked haymaker from downtown. He just powered straight through it. Are you my dessert, Okotsu? And he got sent packing in. Here's this lady again. I don't think we've gotten her name yet. I really, as powerful as Yuta is, especially without Rika, and he's seemingly disarmed of his sword, I don't know if he can take both of these guys at the same time. The one seems to be a match for him in physical prowess and aptitude. The other one, I mean, her sorcery just seems to play such tricks on how fighting works. I mean, she can put Yuta at an absolute disadvantage and just let the other guy do all the heavy lifting. Okay.
I don't hit the person. I hit the surface of the sky. And I break that surface like thin ice. And my opponent with it.
Oh, so kind of like embrittling something. Oh, hey. Whoa. I mean, it's not exactly embrittling, but it's good. It's the same idea.
Thin icebreaker. You're in my way.
Oh, this is the guy. You're in my way, you pile of vomit.
Grr. Shut up, dickhead.
Are they fighting now? Dude, this is so cool. Like, the magnitude of... Wow, that is very visually, stunning. I cannot wait to see this animated.
Ha!
Oh, so she just completely, roundabouted. Okay, that makes actually a lot of sense. She basically can... Could she not just sort of make pseudo wormholes? Assumedly, she'd need a place with sky to do it, whatever that means. Is there ground? If you take her underground, can she still use her sorcery if she can't see the sky? An interesting question. This guy looks like the guy from Space Dandy. I've never been hit with my own technique before. Sure packs a wallop. Meanwhile, Yuta, yeah, he's feeling it. You can see where his shoulder's been blown out by the cockroaches, and his hand is all still smoldering, seemingly.
You're tough, and that's good, because I decided to die with you.
His reverse curse technique is a problem, but it consumes a lot of cursed energy. He's used it every time Kuroshi, Yuro, and I used our big moves. And I think you're finally bottoming out, Okotsu. Okay, Yuro must be her name. Like the Japanese dollar. Doesn't matter how fancy or delicious a cake shop is. When it's closing time and the windows are empty, it's still a disappointing sight. I guess it ain't you. Who is talking here? Ishigori doesn't target normal people, but he wouldn't hesitate to make them collateral damage. And judging from Yuro's point total, she has probably fought sorcerers, perhaps out of pride. I wanted to put more distance between us and the people in the stadium, but that isn't going to happen, so... Oh, I literally just felt shivers.
Come, Rika. Give me everything.
Okay, he knows he can't keep holding back. I was half expecting a domain expansion right there, but I'm not even sure if Yuta can do that. But if Megami even has an incomplete domain, I see, like, Yuta is, at least personally, I personally, I'm kind of notorious in my fan group, or my friend group, as a Megami down player. If Megami can somehow manage to build a domain, I think Yuta's definitely got one up his sleeve. Even if, like, Megami's isn't quite complete yet. This is another sick art. So, yeah, Big Mama's here.
Everything? He wasn't using his full power?
I don't get it. Akotsu's own cursed energy is welling up again.
Yuta, what'll it be?
Oh, that's kind of disgusting, but also really cool. Rika is Akotsu's curse technique and can store cursed energy for him.
Thank you. That one should be fine.
Rika remained with him after Rika Oramoto passed away. While connected to Rika through his ring, the following is possible. Curse technique use. Rika's complete manifestation. Cursed energy supply from Rika. He can maintain a sustained connection for 5 minutes.
Alright, let's go.
Dude, he don't even need no sword. He's whipping out the clobberers. About to show him why these hands are rated E for everybody.
I'm first. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, no, you ain't all that. Oh, we're bringing out the Inumaki, the curse speech. Oh, that's actually so cool. I love Jujutsu Kaisen 0, so I even have maybe I'll take a picture of it. I have a little figure of Yuta up on my computer.
Don't move. Snake eyes and fangs. Curse speech. Damn it.
Oh, she's about to get sandwiched. Holy smokes. Did she just get, like, cover herself with the air to kind of, like, dampen the blow? Hey, now.
Rika, ready.
You're way too soft, man. Hup. Oh, or did he purposely not kill her? Seems that also could be the case. These guys, I mean, without Rika, Yuta might struggle against the two of them together, but with Rika and all his tricks of the trade, that's not even to say all the things he might have picked up in his year in Africa. Okay, firing another blast, coming straight for Rika. But Rika, yeah, if Yuta can block it using cursed, or reverse curse technique, Rika is going to have no problem with it. That thing deflected it. Huh, it might be tougher than Akotsu.
That hurt.
The clobber knocker of the century. And look, Rika even painted her nails. Bam, bam, just getting tossed through. Man, building stonks are going down. I still got an appetite that calls for an extra large helping. What are those? Are those like mini Rikas? Those look so silly.
Here is a medium for new Shukigami. You Fujiwara are always in my way. Are you that afraid of me becoming somebody?
The Sun, Moon, and Stars Squad is a group of deadly assassins directly affiliated with the THO, or TOH. They pursue lives of selfless devotion in darkness, forsaken of the right to bear a name. Yet that person gave me a name.
To execute me as a proxy for that person's crime of killing a member of the same clan. trajectories of the Shikigami constitute the domain. That was Druiv's curse technique. Okotu isn't just a cursed speech user with Shikigami jutsu. Okotu's curse technique is copy.
Oh, so he took Druiv to... We saw him start this section off by killing... Yeah, we knew he had copy, right? But I didn't... Okay, so he literally... So the question is, can he only use it if he kills someone? Or... No, wait. What am I even saying? Take that back. That makes no sense. Maybe he has to touch them or something. Maybe, because obviously he didn't kill Inumaki to take cursed speech. He just used cursed speech. So maybe he just has to see it. Which means that he kind of can grow exponentially more powerful. Really cool.
I don't know what my ancestors did to you, but living only for yourself will only get you so far. Silence! Live for others. You don't need to be anyone special. The only one who says that are people who have already achieved something.
Shut up. At this point, words are pointless. Oh!
Domain expansion. Domain expansion.
Domain expansion. All three going off at the same point. It's like they read the room. All three at once. Domain expansion. So yes, Yuta does have domain. In overlapping domains, the can't miss attacks cancel each other out. In order to avoid giving Okotsu the initiative, Ishigori and Yuro needed to keep Rika out of the barrier, but it may try to intrude later. Gotta be short and sweet. Rika's just watching like all these domains overlap, but like, what's going on in there? Ishigori just knocked Rika over 20 meters away, so they didn't need anything special. Rika would never reach the barrier before construction. However, in the last remnants of Rika, Orimoto inside Rika could not accept that.
Give back Yuta!
Rika's gears ratcheted up a notch at that moment. Oh, look who's back.
I like the taste of iron.
A modern-day black demon had skittered into the barrier, and outside the barrier reinforced cockroaches were distracting Rika. Before going dormant, Kurooshi had reproduced by parthenogenesis. After the parents' exorcism, the cursed energy of fear throughout Japan was once more poured into the child. Even if Kurooshi, the player, died, Kurooshi, the cursed spirit, would still go strong. The clash of three domains is more complex than for two. If, as they erected their barriers, the internal and external conditions differed, and there was an unexpected intruder, causing the barriers to break. So, because the conditions of the barriers weren't met. So now it's just a four-way slugfest. So basically, they all popped their domain expansions, and then it didn't really do anything. But we didn't get names for any of these domains, which is kind of disappointing. Kurooshi distracted Yuro, whom she considered a particularly nasty opponent, and Okotsu didn't miss his opportunity. Immediately after domain expansion, one curse technique burns away, making it difficult to use.
Damn it.
Yeah! Not the funny type, though. Okotsu's thorough. Even if Yuro uses reverse curse technique, regenerating a missing arm would be a hell of a feat.
Ow! You destroyed my arm! Fujiwara!
That's enough, Yuro. Ishigori's curse technique is, I didn't invite you guys to this table. Curse energy discharge. Is he going to take them both out just to give himself 10 points? Well, no, I guess the cockroach isn't a player anymore. The player died, the cursed spirit remains. Granite Blast! Ishigori is the only sorcerer capable of releasing the same amount of power regardless if he's activated his curse technique. So his technique is cursed energy discharge. So he basically, like, his technique is just making huge blasts. Okay. It's not anything fancy or special. It's just literally screw you laser beams. Of course, these domains being down, like, I think this fight would be so much preferential for these people. Even if they're gonna start turning on each other and fighting each other, if the domain barriers are up, that means Rika isn't involved for a little while, and that is a much preferable situation. Welcome to my table, Okotsu. Okotsu's curse technique still hasn't replenished.
Let's go, Rika.
Gosh, I swear, every pose Yuta does is so sick. You got, like, the dining table there, because this guy talks about, aw. That's so, actually, like, adorable, but sad as well. Yuta can only release a directed high-output blast of cursed energy while Rika is completely manifested. Even at her full power, however, it is slightly weaker than Ishigori's blast. So he needed to rapidly build up cursed energy and fire before his opponent reached maximum power. But that was his intention, but the intense look in Ishigori's eyes expressed over 400 years of hunger and thirst. Let's use every last drop. He's doing the Cowboy Bebop, no, I'm not going to spoil a series that's like 25 years old, but like, you know the one, if you've seen the series. The bang. It's possible because he looks so much like Space Dandy and he's doing all these poses. It's possible he's kind of influenced by that old, like, Shintaro Watanabe style character. That's pretty impressive feat, though, considering what we saw, granted a less experienced Yuta do to Gato, which decimated pretty much the entire school. Claiming that his blasts are more powerful at maximum output is something.
Just this once.
So, okay. Though he'd probably never find meaning in fighting, Ishigori's gaze melted Yuta Okotsu's heart. They're trading blasts. That was seriously sweet, Okotsu. Here's an idea. Let's go again. Hup. Okotsu jumped forward. At the same moment, the blast struck.
That big thing can fire on its own.
But, I can do whatever you can do. That wasn't very powerful. In addition to domain expansion and this meal with me, I don't think you can replenish very fast.
I'm gonna end this. Granite Blast.
Yuta's. Whoa, did he just uppercut that?
Curse technique.
Whoa! Oh!
Had already replenished.
Was that Yoro's curse technique? He just folded the sky. Oh, that's actually so cool. You guys don't know. I'm so hyped right now. Yuta's probably my second favorite character in the show. I didn't think he was a mere cursed speech user. I thought that big curse technique thing that had a curse technique of its own, but I was wrong. Okotsu's curse technique is copy. There must be a condition for it. So when did he satisfy it? Was it when I wasn't looking? Surely it doesn't condition this. Back then. Oh, he's realized, but seemingly too late.
Thin ice breaker.
Crack. When they talk lobotomy KAISEN, this is what they mean. It's the Rika lobotomy. 5 minutes. the connection between Rika and Okotsu would end. Wow, this art is just awesome. A single blow that was too much for Rika when even when completely manifested, would cause her to reach her limit.
Yuta!
Rika may be out of the fight, but Yuta sure ain't done.
I had no idea there'd be more, even after the last drop. This is my dessert!
Oh, is he about to get, like...
We're done.
Huh? Did he just bring the sky down on this guy? Gosh, this art is so good. I can't stop gushing about it.
What's that? Mine?
He used Yuro's curse technique.
And redirected back to me. Thank you. My stomach's full now.
And the plate is empty. Even in practically defeating and maybe even getting ready to kill a guy, Yuta can't help but be a sweetheart. Okay. Alright. So this seems to be kind of getting into a next section. But we're already at like over 40 minutes of recording. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there. That, of all the stuff I've read thus far since starting reading the manga, that is probably the most enjoyable fight I've had. The sheer level of hype I have for when this gets animated is next level. Not just because we get to see Yuta start doing stuff again, because I love the sky folding manipulation technique is so cool of Yuro. Yeah, I mean, Granite Blast, even just watching like huge, massive laser beams blasting at each other kind of like fills that monkey part of your brain that's just excited at loud noises and colors, you know. I can't wait to see like how this gets colored and animated, and of course seeing Rika's always great. And Yuta once again proves that he's him. He's vowed to not only kill Kenjaku, but to collect 400 points. And though it looks like he took some knocks during that fight, and he certainly does not want to get jumped again right now, he seems to be up to task. I guess we'll see, though. But I want to thank you all for joining me. This has been really fun. I hope you enjoyed the better mic fidelity. If there are any problems, though, don't hesitate to let me know. I know that like the comment section is pretty much non-existent for videos at this point, but maybe someday. But regardless, thank you so much for joining me here. Have a great one. Live life to the fullest. Yeah.